can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, befuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing now. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game, it's sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
Hi, everyone. A pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the Morning Steam show for Sunday, June 30th. I think I got the wrong date up there on the thumbnail. I'll fix that, you guys. I know we got the right date here on the show, so maybe I had a few connection issues here last night. Hopefully we'll have a great show for you coming off our sports betting day on Saturday. I had a wild affair going up and down, but ready for a big Sunday in Major League Baseball, including an early game. Going to get going here in about 90 minutes or so. And, or let's see. No, I'm sorry. 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern, so 2 hours and 15 minutes or so with our early game today with Pittsburgh taking on Atlanta. How'd you guys do yesterday? Man, boy, I really felt like I had some swans, as we might say in poker. Let me say hello to some folks and see what else is going on. We also had our WNBA games last night. We got 3 on tap today and looking for sports, right? I've got Formula One Grand Prix of Austria right now going on. I'm checking out, but I don't have much, tennis here right now today with those finals from yesterday. Kind of just a slow morning for me. So maybe if I had a few issues, getting all my ducks in a row, that's okay because just a light day here. So, and a really light day on Monday, if you haven't seen already, really almost a barren schedule. I give you permission to take the day off from me. Unless you want to come by, I'll come by here tomorrow, at least for a half an hour and talk a few games and maybe recap the weekend. Thanks so much for joining me here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And want to say hello to folks here joining me today. Here with, there it is. That's Sunday, June 30th. Kind of want to fix that date right now almost, but that's okay. We got most of you in here. And what do we got? We got the baseball. So hello to who's here. Ziggy is first up with me today, and Blake as well. Thomas Lewis, thank you again, sir, for your work every day with us. And Team Steam, we had just a couple of plays there yesterday. Hope we got them all in there. I didn't really even get a chance to check it out. Apologize for that. And Nicholas Handy, every day I'm I thought it was shuffling. I thought it was every day I'm shuffling, but every day he's hustling. But what was that song? Every day I'm shuffling. Bum, 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 bum. I did do a parody of that song too. I was a poker dealer for 15 years, and I would actually sing that old that old song when I was dealing, and I'd say, "Every day I'm shuffling, Hey, Fernando's here. We do have some pretty big soccer games on tap today. Big results yesterday. I guess if we really had to look deep down, other than maybe a few baseball games, the international soccer card today. And my MLS was a roller coaster too. M72 Impala Lousy Love Doubles is here today joining us. Mark Lee, good to have Mark Lee around as well. And Fernando, what happened right in that Portland game? I'll tell you what didn't. Let's see, what did I? Oh yeah, I did get goals in that Portland game. Okay. Oh no, I got you doubles. I know there's a few games here, but for the games that we cover here on the network, not a big selection. All right, and Mike here as well. All right. Thanks everybody for coming in. Want to say hello. I think we've met before, and Keandra Westmoreland here coming by saying hi today. Party Rock. Thank you. What was that song, Ziggy? Party Rock. I should know that, right? With Red Foo. I watch enough tennis. The guy's on every month, pretty much. I think that's right. All right, I'm going to go over to Tony'sPicks.com. We're going to make this a quick show here today. I feel like a little behind uh, schedule a little bit with my life here with some technical issues, but I feel like we got it. I kind of like one of those things, it looks all normal here, kind of, but it was a chaos behind the scenes for me, but that's okay. Maybe I got a little too technical with my, making myself look all handsome here with my improved quality after that awful quality we had earlier this week. Thanks, you guys. I'm going over to Tony'sPicks.com, see who did well. I had a ton of plays and couldn't quite make it into the green yesterday. It did go 3-1 in the UFC. How about the UFC last night? UFC 303 from here in Las Vegas. My goodness. I was sitting back, imagine Dan Ige, if you will. Yeah, Alex Pereira won the main event over Yuri Prohashka in impressive fashion. I mean, it's not even, if I talked about it, it might be longer than the fight. It did go to the second round. I had it exactly right. As a matter of fact, yesterday, if anybody saw my card, I make my card public, by the way, before, and for everyone. I don't share it necessarily on here right away, but I do put it up on another site in a contest with all the fights, and I finished with the number 4, picking every fight, number 4 out of 105 entries. So I had a pretty good day in the UFC, 3-1, and did get one fight that was canceled, right? So we would have had, maybe I feel like we would have the winner yesterday in that canceled bout. But imagine you're Dan Ige going to sit back, maybe with friends on a Saturday night. You've been training a little bit. Maybe you had a black eye here, and you're going to sit back and maybe you're a UFC fighter. You're Dan Ige. I mean, you are, one of the kind of the legends, if you will. Guy who definitely has been around the block. Let's just say. I don't know if he's, the greatest, fighter of the group, but man, this guy's been around for a while, right? So he gets a call about 4 hours before. Looks like I had a good morning here. A few hours before the fight, and said, "Hey, can you come on down to T-Mobile Arena and take on one of our guys here for our card and save the day? Because you are one of the co-main events. If you can get down here." And Dan Ige got down there, made a very strong account of himself, earned a loss, but a close loss on 4 hours' notice last night in the UFC. That is crazy, and I guess that's how you go, flying by the seat of your pants, that organization a little bit. With some of these matchups and the way guys are backing out, it does almost seem like they're going too fast. Maybe they should have a bigger roster here. I mean, maybe these fighters are coming up a little bit too fast on their fights. That if you're supposed to go every 4 to 6 months, maybe you do need a little bit. Hey, good to have Mike here joining us, talking about his crew there. And I watched a little bit of that show last night. Good job over there on that show. So, no doubt about it. Great performance there. And yeah, maybe it was, I don't know if it was a difficult card necessarily, but I smashed it pretty good. So, no doubt, some great handicappers might have had a good night over there. Fernando saying Pereira needs to stop him, stop knocking people out. I thought, and I did have Pereira, of course, as my main event winner there. But the one thing about Pereira in that, taking Pereira in that bout over Yuri for me, other than my analysts, kind of pushing Pereira, of course, because of his great uh, run right now. But when I heard that interview with Yuri, and hey, he's going to get in there and scrap. I mean, we saw that, right? So Yuri gets in there, and as when he got beat up pretty good there late in the first round, that he's going to probably be in for the right away in the second round and the kick to the head and whatnot. But uh, nonetheless, with Prohashka, when I saw that interview with him about taking the fight, moving it up from earlier, and he said, maybe it wasn't such a good idea. He was being a little bit tongue in cheek because he's a real tough guy, obviously, just up against a really, really scary opponent. And maybe didn't even know what he was in for to mix it up there and get his head kicked in like that, where he saw a couple of knockouts last night. Yeah, there was some maybe some long fights in there, but all right. Yeah, we'll get a doubles. We'll find some sports here, and I'll find some sports today. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see how everyone did there. I wasn't able to crack the leaderboard with my high volume of plays. I want to say I was 7-8 with a no contest, I think, in there yesterday. We had one premium winner in the WNBA with that Dallas Seattle game. Again, those games in the fourth quarter are just stopping on a dime. It seems like even the games that go over big time, once that fourth quarter comes, we had the Aces and the Mystics over, and the Mystics, yeah, they were up against a good team, but they were scoring like we expected them for most of the game, and then ended up with eight points in the fourth quarter. Did go over, so we end up splitting our WNBA, but I'm going to bring you some free plays here on the show today in the W, and we'll also talk Major League Baseball in just a moment. But there's Ronnie Crawford. Ron Crawford, 10-5 yesterday on the premium pick board for plus 4.25 units, 67%. Same with Ben Ruhala. He went 6-3 with his underdog specials, and he's up 364 units yesterday. CJ Sturgeon, strong day. CJ up 321. Danny Dimes, perfect 3-0 yesterday. Jay could have followed the lead of these gentlemen. Very selective and totally getting it done was Pearl of Wisdom. Stephen Duncan, 8-5. Tony T, another winning day, 3-1. Brandon Check, 3-1. There's Ron Hahn, 5-3. Two old ladies at Bet Consensus, 60%. Tim Irwin, 2-1. Daniel Wolasachuk won his only play. Mark Eubanks in the green. Nick Lagarettos as well. And for the week, it's Ron Crawford up there on top of the handicapper leaderboards, 8 1/3 units. Look at Danny Dimes right now. A play a day will do it every time, and he's 8-1 this week right now. Scorching 89%, 7.25 units. Jerry Lewis continued to have a good week here with an 18-8 record. I'm up there on the handicapper leaderboards for the week, up over 5.5 units, and Ben Ruhala is up over 4.75 units over the last 30 days. Brandon Check, 16.25 units. Hollywood Sam from the 858, they're up 8.5 units. Ron Hahn up nearly 8 units as well. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine here on Sunday. We're going to get rolling with the show. I'll give you free winners, but if you want to support me on the channel here, consider getting my all sports premium pass for this next 3 days, or exclusive pass here on Sunday that I'll have for Major League Baseball as soon as we get off the air here. I usually like to have Sunday ready to go, but just a few issues here for me last night's put me a little bit behind. So we'll just get to the show. But you can click on the handicappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice to get signed up over at tonyspicks.com and use that promo code every time to save 20%. This is my e-commerce platform here at this website. There are people who do different ways, and this is how I do it. This is a great way to be with you guys here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel and get you my favorite plays every day. And your support keeps me coming back. So buy my All Sports Premium Pass, and I promise I'll come back and do shows all week here on the channel. All right. Thanks for listening to that. We're going to get rolling here with a few more comments today. And I do have a good time with that show, Mike, in the chat room there. Lamont Williams, hello. He's got, he likes the game to go over here, Lamont says. And I will say this. Lamont, I don't know if you played it just yet, but that total is heading down for some reason here. There is steam coming in on the under. I'm not sure I buy it. Yeah, Atlanta has some issues offensively, no doubt, but the Liberty doesn't. And yes, maybe Atlanta might be known for their defense, but I don't think they have suffocating defense. I believe it's really just a bit middle of the road. I do rate them, I think, a little bit higher than some here, but all right. And Curvin is here today. Good morning to Curvin. Thank you for coming by today. All right. Guess we'll get ready for the show, get rolling here. Hope I got us a good show. I do feel a little bit. I didn't have my best prep. Let's just say had to rush it. All right, let's get going here. I think I've got everything ready to go. We got the early game coming up in about 2 hours here between the Braves and the Pirates today, with Brady Falter going here for the Pirates. And oh, I'm sorry, but see, I told you I was rushing things. There we go. Brady Falter here for the Bucks. And I'm sorry, the Pirates. Who said they didn't like Bucks? They didn't like using the Bucks. And Schwellenbach here for the Braves is making his sixth start. He's got a 5.4 ERA in his first 5 starts with the Braves. The Braves have not been able to come through for Schwellenbach. They're just 1-4 behind the rookie so far. Pirates here have they're gone under in 15 of their last 20 games overall. They've split their last 14. Going 7-7. Atlanta's gone 8-4 last 12 games overall, but 8-1 in their last 9 at home. They've also gone under in 9 of their last 12 games. Falter is 0-4 with a 7.11 ERA in his last 4 starts. And hello to Walter. Hi, Walter. Nice to see you. Thanks for chiming in. Ziggy wants to go under in the Braves game. Thomas Lewis is going under, and it's the law. Under 209 Valley here wants to lay it with the Braves, and maybe Fernando will too. I had a premium pick winner on the under here in this game yesterday, but on the show here, I think we were on the Pirate. I think I was on the Pirates with Skeens, and they really could not be. They couldn't come through. They lost again for Skeens. We know how it goes, right? Here's Peasy. Good morning, and Robert. Hello. A few more picks I think I saw. Let me scroll back here. Mark Lee, first 5. So does feel like I saw. Ziggy went over, so I don't think it was unanimous. In fact, maybe it was only 3-1 there on the under. So I don't know if we're gonna get a premium out of this game. A consensus out of this game. Again, we were pretty selective there yesterday, so I would imagine this one. Although the Braves were pretty popular with you guys, Still only 2 on that run line. Maybe they feel a little bit hesitant here. So I think I want to go under here. It's already down to 9 and 9 over, but it was as high as 9.5. So it doesn't feel all that great. The widely reported steam came in on the over. A lot of times I'll tail that, but I don't know. On a Sunday, I'm gonna go under here. Pirates and Braves. My first play is an under. All right, Ray Otachi joining us. He's got the Braves team total over. Braves on the run line. And we'll move on to Marlins taking on the Phillies with uh, Chirinos here for the Marlins going up against Suarez. And, well, you know what? I got a little greedy. Imagine that yesterday after I talked about the Phillies and their 2 top offensive players both put on the injured list over 2 days ago. And yeah, they were able to come through with a victory in the first game without him, but not yesterday. And so, or not getting a, yeah, but they were priced yesterday like the, at first, like Bryce Harper uh, and Schwarber were not injured, right? So I was like, wow, this price. But then the steam came in on the White Sox, on the Marlins, and that caught my attention. And I said, oh, here we go. They are steaming the Marlins, probably appropriately. Maybe I should have been as well. But I said, no. You know what? All this does for me is put the price kind of at least a little bit closer to maybe where I need it to be. And I'm just so into the Phillies, I guess, that I had to pop in on the run line as a premium, and not a great choice. So a little bit upsetting, to make that move after I was on the air basically saying why not to do it. Speaking of steam, right now the White Sox are getting steamed, and they're getting steamed as a nearly $2 favorite. You guys, we're already going to talk about it later. Jaw drop, or mic drop or whatever. The White Sox are going to be a $2 favorite here soon today against the Colorado Rockies if you can handle it. It almost seems like an auto fade, but it is Garrett Crochet, and we already saw you guys talking about Kyle Freeland. So maybe you can do it, but if you were going to do it, now would be the time because the White Sox are soon to be maybe a $2 favorite in that game. A little bit of steam rolling in right now here on the morning steam. Okay, catch you up here with the Marlins and the Phillies. With Chirinos, he's made 2 starts so far, a 2.7 ERA. The Marlins won both of those games. The Marlins have won 7 of their last 11 games overall. Suarez continues to be effective, a 2.73 ERA in his last 5 starts. The Phillies are 13-3 behind Suarez this season. Don't forget, he's still missing these bats, and you still have to lay 260. Don't forget, JT's on the IL too. So they're still the Phillies, one of the best teams. They got great, deep personnel, no doubt about it, but just doesn't seem quite right. These prices right here, like all those guys, it just seems like they're in the, like they're in the lineup. And the Marlins, yeah, they've been bad, but if anything, they've been doing a little bit of work here over the last few weeks. Phillies have dropped 3 of their last 5. What do you have here going in this one? And I've got to try to avoid doing that. What I did, yeah, that was just probably not great, especially for someone like me that takes it. The criteria of the premium. Yeah, I have higher volume, but I usually try to justify and I give my justification, but just a wrong conclusion on my part. Okay. And Robert, another one. Yeah, another one where I just, I was all on the Giants in that one. Okay, Fernando, he wants to go under first 5, I think. Thomas says, give me the under. Doubles has a premium here. Ray's going Marlins money line. And Fernando Marlins, maybe first five. Ziggy's on the under. Ray's on the under. And Law Dog's going to roll with the Phillies here, -1.5. He likes them here at this point. So let's see here. Blake's going to go under. 209 Valley loves the Phillies to crush here in this one today. Mark Lee also says, give me Philly on the run line as well. This lineup is deep. This team is good. It doesn't matter if their three best hitters are on the injured list right now. Maybe it's more of a fade of the Marlins for you guys, it feels like. And again, I've only seen, same thing, handicappers, just like yesterday, all over the Phillies. And these people are professionals, apparently. Look, the matchup's great. There's no doubt. Solo joining us in the chat. Thank you, Solo. There'll be rain in this one, just like for that. There'll be a rain expected here in this one, it looks like, for much of the contest, but a very, very warm day. Slight chance it gets postponed, but all right, I'll make a pick here, and thank you for your picks as well with this one, Marlins and the Phillies. Well, feels like you guys are so big on the Phillies here in the. There it is, yeah, Thomas. Man, all right, you guys are on the Phillies here in this one. Could I possibly just roll with you guys? I'll just roll with Team Steam. So I think I want to go premium on the total here today. So I don't know. I'm just agreeing with Team Steam to be agreeable. I don't think this is a, I just feel like that's just, 260. And this Phillies lineup, yeah, you got Trey Turner in there. You've got Baum. You've got Marsh. You've got Castellanos. You've got Merrifield. I'll give it to you. These are great players. This is why the Phillies are who they are. But I'll just kind of roll with Team Steam. But I don't think I'm going to go big on it here today. I'm just going. I'm believing you guys. I'm believing in you guys. I'm believing in you guys because nothing really strikes me as taking the Phillies today. Again, just because double say, look, same thing. Solo says he'll fade him right here. Again, if they were $2, well, let's go Phillies, right? I mean, if they were $2, I'd be ready to go. But at 250, that to me is like if those stars were in there. It feels like okay, but I'm on them. I'm on them with Team Steam. I'm a team player. So, and I think I like the total. I'm not gonna go against you here. You guys like them so solidly. And again, I'm not making the statistical argument for the Marlins. It's purely based on the price. All right, my Padres. Hey, we're gonna win the World Series finally. I can't believe it. This is great, man. Really finding a good. You lose Fernando Tatis. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe a wake up call to the team. Maybe they know they've been without him many a times over the years for long stretches. So Padres have a lot of great young talent. They have veteran hitters as well. They're getting it done with pitching. They beat up on the Red Sox here every day. And one thing about some of these guys, got Jurickson Profar, MV Profar, they call him, basically a cast off from the Rockies last year, figuring maybe his career was over. He'd been a journeyman around here. He was with the Padres before. He's on fire. You got Jackson Merrill, 9 home runs in the month. First young players. First of all, I mean, it really unprecedented. This man was even starting in center field. Of course, the youngest starter, youngest opening day starter. I think what were they saying, since Mantle or something like that. And so this guy might be the real deal. It's tough to say that about any young player, but thrust into the starting lineup, and Jackson Merrill's a young star as well. So the Padres continue to roll. They're really a dynamite series here, putting everything on display against Boston. And, Boston's been relatively mediocre this year for sure. But Waldron, here he is again, 1.60 ERA in his last 6 starts. It feels dirty when you got a knuckleballer out there, and you don't know if they're having a bad day, because when a knuckleballer has a bad day, it's just it falls apart so quickly. But he's had plenty of good days, it seems like. So Padres are 6-2 with Waldron. They've won 9 of their last 10 right now. The road record still would indicate they've lost 9 of their last 12 on the road, but maybe, like I said, when the Padres find somebody they can beat, they usually beat them. And here against Winky Winkowski today, he hasn't started a game since May 2nd. Has decent numbers in these starts, but probably not running deep here. Red Sox have lost 3 in a row, obviously. They've gone over in 8 of their last 9 games coming into this one. Padres have gone over in 9 straight. So Padres over in 9 straight. Boston over in 8 of their last 9. Get your plays in for the Padres and Red Sox. My Padres. Here. All right. Want to say hi to Andrew McDonald. I missed his play on the Miami game, but did I miss all your plays on? No, just a couple came in late there, but I want to single out Andrew because don't get a chance to say hi to him too often. I know we've met a couple times. Thank you, Andrew. And let's see here. I think I've got pretty good memory retention on who's come in and out, I think, over the months and months and months we've been around. If I get it wrong, that's okay. All right, Tim wants to go. Yeah, right? Maybe with all those stats trending over Timothy Hill here today, Frankie Diamond says maybe today's a day for the Red Sox. And quite frankly, the Ramon meter over here says it's supposed to be the Red Sox day. I don't know if my heart will tell me. I feel like Padres are running pretty good right here. But the old algorithm over here, the model, says Red Sox today. Well, let me see if I can pull the trigger on it, because it feels like there might be some Padres action here. Here's Blake on the Padres. Thomas is on the Padres. Doubles, though, on Boston here today. Mike S. says, there it is. Take the team total over in that one. Hello to Darren. And Law Dog, Law Dog's ready to take it back. He's ready to take it back right into the 1950s right here. Rish is here today, and his Padres. So no consensus here. Looks like there's enough Red Sox support. Maybe I can get on the Red Sox here with you guys. It doesn't feel like it the way the Padres are putting up these runs. This offense is out of control. And what a sight to see for us Padres fans. But I'm cynical. All right. Let's see. Darren on the Padres here. And the other day, I made a comment in one of the but I think my pick at this, I think if I want to go World Series, of course it's going to be the Padres. But right now, I think I would stick my hat in there. I'd go Orioles and Phils. I know on one of the shows the other day, I did say. Another American League. I'm thinking. I said. I don't have a futures bet on the Orioles. That's what it is. I have futures bets right now, and I don't know if I'm going to add the Orioles given their odds. So my futures bet. I said I was on a show and I said my pick is the Phillies and the Guardians, and they were like, Guardians. They have these areas of weakness. They're not better than the Yankees or the Orioles. I get that. My picks were the futures play on the Guardians at 44-1, and the Phillies that I got at 12-1. So it was like those were the best prices for me. So that's what I want to be the World Series. I think if I had to officially say it, I'd probably run Orioles and Phils right now. And all right, let's see here. Ziggy Red Sox. Mark Lee, Red Sox. Oh, no run first inning. We got an Nerfy. Pardon me one moment. Oh, okay. And let's see here for Waldron. Waldron's bad, and that doesn't surprise me. Uh, Waldron's given up first inning runs in 7 of 16 innings. I think anybody familiar with the knuckleball, maybe that is not a coincidence or you know a short term sequence when you're throwing that knuckler. Maybe the first inning is going to be the worst. But Winkowski, I don't know, not a good enough sample here. 1 for 3. Our Tom's Padres, and Darren says he's going to roll with that Padres run line. You're getting a great price. You got an offense out of control. And all right. And Law Dog says Red Sox are heading. They're already down, down, down. The Padres can keep on, keeping on, beating them up here. And let me see. I think I'll probably just end up with a total. Again, my numbers are kind of still pointing to the Padres here. All right, I'm gonna probably take them. I might end up on them here. Let's take them. I'm gonna take the Padres in this one. Give me the old switcheroo right now. Talk myself into it, and maybe because yes, I do watch every Padre game a little more closely, and it's been just really fun to see right now. All right, can we do it? Can we do it? Doubles, can we get on that grand salami today? All right, next up, Yankees and Blue Jays with Garrett Cole here against Kevin Gausman. You got the Yankees going to be a slight favorite here on the road, $1.15 here with Cole. So we get another look at Cole here today, and maybe that's why he's a slight favorite. Certainly because he's in there, but it's been a little rough around the edges so far for Cole in those 2 starts. He's got a 9 ERA. Yankees lost them both. He's made a career out of pitching against the Blue Jays, but he's got to get back into form here a little bit. Certainly, right now the Yankees struggling to say the least, and yes, the lineup has been, a little bit. Little bit down here. They've lost 11 of their last 15 games. They've gone over in 11 of last 13. Gausman has a 6.61 ERA in his last 3 starts. Toronto's lost his last 4 home starts. They've also gone over, have the Blue Jays in 8 of his last 10 starts. Toronto, they've lost 10 of their last 15 as well. They've gone over in 10 of their last 12. A lot of numbers pointing to some big time offense here if you look at the trends today. And let's see what you guys are going to do here with the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Maybe it's Jay's first 5. Timothy Hill says over all day. See how these runs are coming in. Thomas says, give me the team total over. Ziggy's on the Yankees. And Fernando says, Jays are my moneymaker. Yankees first 5 here for Darren. Yankees here. Let's see. Okay, you have Frankie on the over. Here's Cole over in strikeouts for the Law Dog. And here's Blake with the Yankees. And Gausman going to give it up, says Robert McCormick. So he likes the over as well. And for me, let's see what I can do here with this one. It feels like I want to kind of hang there with you guys on that. I mean, we just talked about all the massive runs here coming in with these 2, but maybe I'm going to stick with the Blue Jays here as my pick today at home against the Yankees. Oh, no. Okay. Here comes Thomas. He says the Yankees are a consensus play. Okay. Well, then we better just hang. I'll switcheroo. I'll go with the total over here in this one. Consensus play Yankees. I will not go with. I'm not going to go against Team Steam here. Give me the over. Give me the over. Thank you, Andrew, for your umpire information. Something I don't cover here on the show, but I do look at umpire trends every day. Sometimes it is the tiebreaker for big, for toss-up games and stuff like that. So, okay, team, the Yankees here today, but not everyone was on the Yankees, right? Oh, there really wasn't a lot of Blue Jays actually. There was a Blue Jays first five, and then Fernando said they've been making him money, but he's only on the first five. And even Thomas, who said he likes the Blue Jays team total over, but he was just being a good, uh, you know, a good accountant. He did note the consensus play, even though he's on Toronto too. So, uh, yeah, I think the spot for me kind of favors Toronto here, but I don't know if I could get on him. I was going to take him as my show play, but hey, if we're on Team Steam Yankees, that's good enough for me. I can be talked into it, but I'll take the over here as my play. The way these trends are going with these teams and these two pitchers right now. Look, Garrett Cole's awesome. Maybe today will be the day. Third start back. If any start was going to be, and he hasn't been. Look, he's not a 9 ERA pitcher even in those last two starts. I don't think. We know numbers can get a little bit inflated. And Darren said he said right there, why is the total? Why is the total 7.5? Right. And again, I have it there as you see on the screen, 8 under 20. Uh, but you're right. There is 7.5s out there as well. Probably based on. I know we you know, make fun of Kevin Gausman a little bit. Still can dial it back sometimes and come up with a bit of an effort. Maybe they've lost his last four home starts, by the way. 209 Valley Yankees too. And yeah, maybe you think you hear Cole and Gausman. I mean, look, not everyone looks at any step. Some people are just looking at names. I don't want to say it like that, but all right. Nationals and Rays. Here's another one of your favorites, Patrick Corbin, going up against Taj Bradley. For Corbin, he's been our little secret to a certain extent. Last couple of games, he's been good, but the Nationals don't win with Corbin. I'm half kidding. He's been pitching a lot better, numbers wise, statistics, if you will. 2.6 ERA in his last three starts, no decisions, but still just 1-7 are the Nationals behind Corbin in his last eight starts. Has gone over in six of his last seven starts. The Nationals have dropped seven of their last 11 games. They've gone over in six of their last eight. For Taj Bradley, he's starting to get it under control here of late as well with a 2.45 ERA in his last three starts. Does have a win in there to show for it. Bradley's gone under in eight of his last nine starts. The Jays have won eight of their last 12, and they've gone under in five of their last seven. Let's get some picks from you maybe here, and I'll turn in a pick as well with the Nationals and the Rays today. With Taj Bradley, $1.90 here. Ooh. We're getting up there. The one thing about, and Timmy said, it's still fade Corbin. It doesn't matter if he's kind of been better of late. You just got to keep fading this man. Fernando's going to go under in the first five. Tim Hill also said over in the game. As Ziggy says here, Nationals plus 1.5. You still got to roll with these guys a little bit. He says, Darren says it's a crazy price for the Rays. You can't trust the Rays, to be that big of a favorite and be able to get it done. Frankie Diamond going under. And Solo said, you still kind of got to take the price into account. I think is what he's saying. Knows Corbin is on the hill, and again, I think they're, I think talking head handicappers are kind of like, look at Corbin a little bit, look at the numbers, uh, short term. Look, there's no excuse. I mean, if you look at long term, out of all the high volume starters, he's probably at the bottom. I can't sit here and make up anything other than giving this short term success here a little bit. Blake going under, Ray wants over, and doubles going under. We're up and over and under. And you and 209 Valley though willing to get behind the Rays still here today. And loving what Andrew's doing in there with all the umpire statistics today. Really do appreciate that. Great contributions in there for you folks. And also Law Dogs and raise money line for him. Maybe stick it in the parlay. Still likes him to get it done. I do too, and I'm willing to almost take the run line here as my play. But hi Razor, great to see you today as well. Stopping by. Thank you, Razor. All right, gang, let's do it. I'll take the under. I know you guys there's some support in there on both, so not many people commenting here on the total, and I'm gonna give my man Corbin a little bit of chance here. And there's money line, so we're talking Rays baseball when money line is here. And Razor, there's Razor. Look at that one. The one we talked about with that offense, and the one that I gave out as well, Razor. So thank you for reinforcing here. Oh no, I gave out the Padres. My Padres. All right. But I'll take the under with the Nationals and the Rays. All right. Boy, the Astros and the Mets got a little loose yesterday, and I had another under, and it didn't work out quite for me yesterday with these two Astros here with Dubin. We've seen what's this cat's name? Sean Dubin, Mauricio Dubin. What was he, a jockey? Sean Dubin here starting in this one for the Astros, going up against Luis Severino. So it looks like they'll stretch out Dubin here a little bit for this game. Maybe a bullpen game, but maybe they can get him in there into the second a little bit, or who knows how long with these guys at this point. But Dubin here will be the opener, I guess, for the Astros. This teams put up a bunch of runs yesterday here, and I went with the Mets. It was a wild one yesterday with these two teams. All right, for Severino here, he's got a 2.73 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Mets have won 5 straight with Severino on the mound. The numbers are still good for both these teams, so pretty good one to wrap up here. The Mets have still won 18 of their last 25. The Astros have won 8 of their last 9. Astros here, they've gone under in 13 of their last 20, but the Mets are producing and gone over in 8 of their last 11 games. Severino, near 5 ERA in 8 career starts against the Astros. Here comes some plays from you guys in this one. Hey, Andrew, thank you also for your WNBA. Great contributions from Andrew McDonald today. Thomas is going over here in this one. So is Fernando. So is Frankie Diamond. Here's some Houston action from doubles and from Sean Money joining us today. Ziggy on the over. Yeah, great to have you, Sean. Appreciate it. Curvin here on the Mets. Bring a little bit of Mets action. Here's Darren on the Mets. First 5-run line, and Ray likes a team total over. And right after that was Mike with the same thing. So that looks pretty good. I'd almost call, other than knowing these two as our regular guys, I'd almost feel like it's someone with 2 accounts. Those plays are so close. And almost feels like because of it, it's like we should do it. We should put this in. We should do the Mets team total over because that's so cool. All right, even Mike was laughing about it. I think I don't know if that's what he's laughing about, but I am. Hey, King Cosmo is joining us in the chat. Welcome, King Cosmo. Appreciate you here. And Mets for 209 Valley. So, man, you guys are really split down the middle. Hello to Mont Williams as well joining us. Now, this one does feel a little bit tougher with the chat. Maybe the over, though. I think the over was, a lot of those team totals. But you guys are clicking over a little bit on this game for sure. But I don't know if that's the way I was necessarily looking to go. All right. But I don't know. After yesterday, I guess I probably should. See what else here. Oh boy, it is a consensus from Thomas. Oh, team total over. Wow. All right, that's good enough for Thomas. I just want to make it clear, though, that Thomas, that was only that was only 2 people. I hope I didn't screw anything up there, Thomas, because I was going back and forth with the 2 guys. Only 2 guys picked the team total. Oh, no, you're right. Frankie Diamond. Oh, no, I think that's a full game over, but that's okay. I mean, there's enough here. Thomas Lewis went over in the game, but okay, I get it. So our 2 guys here, Ray and Mike S., give us a consensus play. We maybe also because we don't have a lot of we never really have a deviation type of play. So, okay. Okay, Thomas says, whatever you folks want to do. I think he's saying we're just expecting runs. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this one. Let me go ahead and take the over with you guys. I'll take it as my play here on the show. And then, we'll just ride, see what happens on that team total over and see if they get there. But I'll take over as my play here on the morning steam. Next up is the Cubs taking on the Brewers again. Doubles, are you here? I mean, look, the result of the game yesterday, I want to say it like this. The result of the game yesterday, notwithstanding, what I saw in that inning was a disgrace. The way the Cubs, and I don't mind, and I'm not mad at Justin Steele for, yelling at the top of his lungs the way the Cubs play defense in that one inning. That was horrible. And they're lucky their offense was getting a few runs yesterday because that was some of the worst baseball defense there. The man running past the fielder at third base, the confusion out in short center field, the plays at the plate, whatever was going on, it was just awful. But the Cubs did get the win yesterday, 5-3 over the Brewers, and handed me a loss. So maybe I was just mad because not supposed to accentuate these, but we had a big card yesterday. So let's take a look here with Kyle Hendricks. Hey, the one thing I said about, Kyle Hendricks kind of coming in was that I thought, at the kind of the beginning that maybe this was going to be it. Maybe it is getting a little bit late in the career. And I've been riding with Hendricks a little bit longer than the rest of the folks that kind of wanted to put him out to pasture. But here we are again, and Kyle Hendricks has had a couple of good games in a row. We'll see here. They still don't win for him right now, but Cubs have gone over in 8 of 9 Hendricks starts. Hendricks was bad for quite a while this year. Cubs have dropped 14 of their last 22. They've gone under in 15 of their last 21. Freddie Peralta's been pretty good over the last couple of games as well, and the Brewers have went 4-1 with Freddie Peralta on the mound here over the last couple of games. Brewers have gone over in 11 of Peralta's 16 starts. They've also gone over in 7 of their last 9. Brewers have won 5 of their last 6 after last night's loss here. They're also 13-3 in their last 16 at home. That was pretty much what I was looking at, was the Cubs struggling the way they are and a little bit on the road, and the Brewers at home getting it done. But Cubs did a nice job. Every time the Brewers kind of came back, the Cubs would go up and get the runs. So what do you have today with the Cubs here? And there's a Nerfy here for Thomas in this one, because we got Peralta. He's 4 for 16. That's not great. Hendricks, though, 1 for 9, and that's kind of been Hendricks' thing, really. Doubles. Maybe Steele should be leading the cheers there. I felt for the guy yesterday because I don't know. I'm kind of, sometimes I could be down on Steele. And Law Dog also a Nerfy. Ron Hahn will try the Brewers. If I do, they'll probably be just here on the show, it feels like. I don't want to come back. I'm get a little gun shy coming back on a team in a premium when they just let me down. Not supposed to look at it like that, and I try not to. Ziggy on the over today. Frankie on the Brewers. Doubles on the over. Hendricks here. K prop. I think that's a K prop, not K's under, because of that minus. Brewers here for Blake. And doubles. All right. Hey, look, I mean, yeah, maybe Kyle Hendricks is young for a guy like me, but I don't know. Still 34 years old. I don't know. That's your, a little bit past your prime, I guess, but he's young compared to me. There's Cubs first 5 for 209 Valley. The Cubs. Let's see. Hendricks has a 3-6 first 5 record. I'm not going to put too much into that, though. Peralta under in the K prop there. Fernando. Okay, lots of people liking that Nerfy action today. Okay, and the price, the price is pretty high too, at $1.65, $1.75, $1.85. What's going on here? That's no good. I don't know if I like that now. All of a sudden, that price just keeps going up. Now I do kind of like the Brewers, but $1.85. All right, man, I like the Brewers today. I mean, I don't. It's one of those. I don't know if the price is going to get me off of it. Maybe I'm falling into the same trap I did yesterday. I'm just going to take the Brewers on the money line. I'll lay $1.85, $1.75. I mean, that price $1.65 is not. That's stale. I don't want to lay the run line. I'd almost have to here. Thinking about saving the total as a premium, actually. So, all right, Brewers are my pick, you guys. In this one, if I didn't have such a strong statistical model on the Brewers, I'd be on the Cubs because of this price. So, I don't, just because I'm a, market handicapper doesn't mean I don't stick with my, my numbers in this game. And I'm a Hendricks supporter for the most part. All right, you guys. Thomas says too expensive now. That's why I'm going to go on the show here. All right, here's Darren Brewers money line and under. Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I agree. Sometimes on the show where, I cringe when Tony says I got to give a play on every game, but that was what I wanted to do. And my play will be on the Brewers because I kind of want to win and lost the premium. Don't like this price, but my statistical model, I'm a modeler. I'm a, I'm a modeler. Here's the Guardians taking on the Royals today with Logan Allen taking on Seth Lugo. And Lugo will be a home favorite here, $1.25, total 8.5 right now. And yeah, that's about what the price is going. Maybe the Royals are a little bit higher at some of the square books at this point today. And this is been a pretty big series, of course, as we said. For Allen, he comes in here with a 5.4 ERA in his last 4 starts, but Cleveland has gone 6-2 with Logan Allen in his last 8 starts. He's got some pretty weak numbers against Kansas City. 3 starts, a 5.27 ERA. Cleveland's won 8 of their last 11. The Royals have won 4 of 6. Still strong home record, 29-16, but they did go through a little bit of a spell there. Lugo's been, one of the biggest surprises in baseball. Still got a 2 ERA in his last 3 starts, and he's been just solid every time out. The Royals are 11-6 with Seth Lugo on the mound this season. They're also under in 10 of his 14 starts. The Royals have gone under in 11 of their last 16, and the Guardians have gone under in 9 of their last 14. So Logan Allen, like I said, he's still been going over, however. Your plays are welcome here with the Guardians and the Royals. And here comes doubles is on KC, but Frankie's on Cleveland. Thomas is on Cleveland. And Curvin's on Cleveland and Darren's on Cleveland. Law Dog says, give me a Nerfy in the under. Allen's given up a first inning run in 6 of 16 first innings, but Lugo, he's one of the best, 2 of 17 allowing runs in the first inning. Here's Ziggy wants to go over with Cleveland and Kansas City today. Usually with 2 quality teams like this, I kind of want to, I don't know what I woulda, coulda, shoulda. Here's Ron on the Guardians. And Doubles said, look, World Series Cleveland? I don't think so. I think that's what that means. And that's maybe he's talking to me because I said, but again, I put that futures in and look, they're obviously going to be they're obviously going to be somewhat live this season to be involved in the chase anyway. Lazzie's on Cleveland. I want to say hello to Nick Young's son right now. Nick Young's son. 209 Valley on the Royals. And Ray is on Ray and Royals comes up with Roy. So Ray likes the Royals team total over. I'm sure Blake on Cleveland here. Yep. Ray, you don't need to waste your valuable keystrokes on fixing a typo that has 1 letter wrong that I'm going to be able to get it right. I'm really good at reading people's typos. I've learned over these months. Over these months and months and months. All right. For me, it's got, I kind of want to stick with Cleveland here in this one. That's going to be my pick here on the show. Lugo's been good. Taking Cleveland today. Here's Curvin on the over. Next up, Rockies and White Sox. Can't believe it. Can you? Come on, you guys. The Chicago White Sox are 190 or higher at this point. What is going on here? Well, we know what's going on. Want to let you know today, though, real quick, another game, back on another game. We got the inactives today, the players resting for the Boston Red Sox against the Padres. Connor Wong Not catching today, Tyler O'Neill. He looks like he's going to be out of the lineup today. The resting players for Boston against the Padres today. Okay, so let's get into it. The White Sox, they're north of this. It's 215 some spots. Might be hard to swallow, but I think that's just how good Crochet has looked, right? I mean, there's no doubt it doesn't feel fluky or anything. I don't know, we've kind of felt like it. Go back to when we touted him a little bit. Again, I was just kind of rolling off the reports, but all intent was that Crochet was going to be what we've seen so far, and he's still looking good. 2 ERA in his last 5 starts. Even Chicago's gone 6-4 with Garrett Crochet. They've got a 3-game winning streak right now. They've gone under in 14 of his 17 starts. The White Sox have gone under in 14 of their last 18 overall. Rockies have dropped 20 of their last 26. Kyle Freeland, a 4.5 ERA in his last 3 starts, and the Rockies are 1-4 with Freeland coming in. Can the White Sox post up enough runs to cover a run line here or something? Can you guys get behind the White Sox at all? Can you get that White Sox name off the chest and just think about Crochet? Here is Thomas, White Sox first 5. Andrew says, gotta take the Rockies still because of the, money line here. And Frankie says, you know what? The run line still provides value if you want to take this dog. And Ziggy says, look, Kyle Freeland's got good numbers against the Rockies, against the White Sox in his career. Of course, we know. Let's see here. Fernando, Rockies first 5. And yeah, doubles. Unfortunately, they are. They are worse, I'm afraid. The thing about the White Sox, they've gotten the bats together a little bit. If I had to, pick out of the bottom, 5 teams, maybe they'd be the best of the bottom. Well, maybe not the bottom 5. How about the bottom 3 or 4? All right. Blake, though, Rockies run line. And let's see here. Anything else? Ziggy says it all kind of points to it, right? I mean, if you just can't do it with the White Sox, it feels like. And Andrew says this is it for Crow. One of these games, he's got to be susceptible. He's got to be a little bit. Widely reported steam came in on the White Sox. I've got the White Sox here on the run line today to smash. I'm taking I'll do it. Not Ziggy on the under here. And all right. So I don't know, me and one other were White Sox run line, I think. Okay, we move on. Here's the Reds going up against the Cardinals with Green going for the Reds in this one, and Lance Lynn for the Cards. Lynn has a 6.44 ERA in his last 6 starts, but the Cards have won 4 straight with Lance Lynn on the mound. He has a 12-5 career record against the Reds. For Green, he comes in with a 4.7 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Reds have dropped 9 of their last 14 games. They've gone under in 15 of their last 22 games. And the Cardinals here have gone under in 5 of Lynn's last 7 starts. However, they've gone over in 8 of their last 12 games. Current line here, about $1.15. Yeah. And the total, either 825, could be 7.5 over as well, was one of the lines out there here. Let's see if we got the plays coming in. And Ron was wondering about that Pittsburgh Atlanta. I went under, Ron. You know I went under in that one. All right. Andrew says the White Sox aren't going to do it. All right. Here it comes. Double says, give me over, and Cruz for a stolen base. Andrew says, "You don't take the home team on the run line because they don't bat last. They only get 8 at bats. They only get 24 outs to win a game by 2 runs." And let's see here. Moneyline says, "Give me the Cards in this one." Ziggy's going 8. Under 8 here. Kervin says, "Give me a Nerfy on the Reds here in this one." And hey, somebody had a winner yesterday with the Cincinnati Reds. That was me on the show. I went with the Reds yesterday. Frankie says, "Give me St. Louis on the money line here, or Cardinals money line for Thomas." And Doubles is going to fade St. Louis, even if they move to Chicago. Well, no, I guess maybe not. All right. Okay, I better make a play in this one myself. I'll just check the one thing that I really did not get, the work that I was not able to get done was seeing all the overnight line moves that are so important to me. So I'm kind of rolling with a little bit off the cuff with you guys. And let's see here. All right, double set. Oh, and Andrew's still on that Colorado game. He's talking about White Sox don't hit lefties. They're second to last, but they're also facing Kyle Freeland. Oh, here's 209 Valley on the Cardinals. Darren's on the Reds. Oops. Sorry, Lamont. I caught you in the shower. All right. For me, man, I'm going to, I don't want to do it after yesterday, what those Dodgers did to me. I want to play the Giants today. I will. I'll take them. I mean, Paxton's pitching, right? So, what am I talking about here? Reds and let me pull up the right game. I guess I gave it away there on the other game here. Oh, Reds and Cardinals. Let me see here. I'm sorry, guys. I am coming again with the Reds again today. Give me the Reds here, second straight day. I'll take Cincinnati here in this one at minus $1.05. All right. Here it is, Dodgers and Giants. The Giants, they're going with another opener here in Blevins, I believe. What's his name? Bivens. All right. I mean, we can treat these for what we can kind of treat these openers for what they are, because the Giants have been doing this all week here at this point for Spencer Bivens coming in here. He's been in the major leagues here this season. He was called up this year, actually, to make his debut. And the Giants have just been running out openers pretty much all week right now, unless your name is Logan Webb, it feels like. So they've really had to kind of piece it together, and maybe that's what happened kind of last night too. You mentioned that, extra inning game. I was on the Giants yesterday, even on the run line, and felt like, how it is in the extra innings. With that run on second base, it kind of gives you a little bit of confidence in a way that you can win with your plus 1.5 to a certain extent. Just get it over with. Don't have any chance. But sometimes when these extra inning games get out of control, and the Dodgers just kept pounding them yesterday. So, all right, Paxton here for the Dodgers comes in with a very solid performance in his last 3 starts, a 2-0 record with a 1 ERA. Dodgers are 11-3 with Paxton on the mound. So maybe he's been considered a weak link, but they give him run support. Giants have won 4 of their last 6, despite the loss. The Dodgers have won 14 of their last 21. Giants have gone over in 12 of their last 16 games coming in. Despite, let's see. Oh, no, it wasn't over yesterday. I keep thinking, but all those runs game, that was already high score. Let me get your plays here, you guys, on the Giants. Andrew, it's no problem because I'm always late, but today was really so. I feel you. You feel me? You feel me? All right. Here come the plays on the Dodger game. I think I already teased what I was doing, didn't I? Ray Otachi, Giants team total over, Giants money line. Here's Darren on the Dodgers. Fernando wants to go under. Double's going premium on the side. Darren's got a Dodgers run line. And Ray, team total over. And Mike S. here today. Giants team total over. Thank you, Mike. Mike, part of our, it looks like, oh, maybe he's an O's fan or if he's in Baltimore. Man, we have just a great crew from Baltimore. And I will say, if I had to look at different cities around that, I mean, Baltimore is kind of an old school hotbed for sports betting. Yeah, you probably think of, Pittsburgh, the Ohio Valley as kind of the cradle of sports betting. But, Baltimore, too, was pretty big, especially 70s and 80s with handicappers, quite frankly. Remember, who was the all right, here's Law Dog, Dodgers. Frankie on the Giants under, Ziggy on the Dodgers. I'll take the Giants here. Curve and run line here for the Giants. I'll just take a money line. We're dealing with a game that, it's practically showing the Dodgers 130, 140 now here. So I'll just take Giants on the money. What is the run line? If it's $1.50 or less, maybe I could use the run line considering what happened yesterday. Let me look at a live run line here. I say live, but $1.40? That's good enough for me. Please add the run line for me. I'm scared here. I'll take Giants plus a run and a half again. And I won't do it as a premium after yesterday. Today, okay. 209 Valley, of course, coming to us from the 209 Valley. Gotta like the Giants if you're in the 209 Valley. Or do you like the A's? Or do you like, is it closer to Sacramento or probably not, right? Yeah, probably is because you're more central. Okay. I'm from SoCal, so forgive me for not knowing my California geography. Okay, let me see a few more here. Trying to see if we got any more on this one. We'll keep moving on here. And Andrew's on the Dodgers. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Next up, Tigers, Casey Mize, Angels, Tyler Anderson. For the Tigers and Mize, he has a 4.4 ERA in his last 3 starts. Tigers have gone 3-7 with Mize in his last 10 appearances on the mound. Also has gone over in 6 of his last 7 starts. For Anderson, a 2.55 ERA in his last 3 starts. Here with the Angels, having won 6 of his last 9 starts. The Angels are on a roll. They've won 7 of their last 8 games coming in right now for the Angels. We rolled with them here on the show yesterday, didn't we? Or I did anyway. And let's see, what did Team Steam? This was the one that I was confused on there as we were kind of rolling out late. I think the consensus play actually was on the under in this game yesterday. Okay. But the Angels did get it done. Feels like they're just, for whatever reason, the Angels are just playing better. So maybe I can get on them again here today. You guys got any plays in this one here? Man, George Russell just won the Austrian Grand Prix. Wow. Okay, here, let's see. Here comes some plays here. Andrew said, "Have I ever been to Pachanga?" Yeah, you know I have. You know I've been to Pachanga. Uh, Back in my, you know, poker playing when I played a little live poker. Everybody knows I like. Everybody knows I'm a little bit of a poker guy. Okay, here's Thomas on the Angels money line. Here's Fernando, Dodgers first five, and Giants full game. They should pay Fernando 4x on that. Andrew says, "Give me the Giants on the reverse run line." I love what Andrew brings to the table in this chat, you guys. Thanks, Andrew. I hope you can please join me when you get a chance. I know we're on the weekend. Maybe there's a good chance for you today. But a Law Dog on the Angels. Blake is on the Angels. Andrew's on the Angels. And Ziggy, Angels money line. Ray going Tigers team total over. Frankie gives Detroit some love. And Fernando says, "This is a good run right now. Let's stay on it. We're playing the Angels here a little bit." Thomas says, "We are on it. We are on the Angels. We haven't had hardly any consensus so far. So give them to me with you guys. I'll take the Angels to keep rolling. This feels like a good run right now. And I'll take the Angels and Team Steam right now." All right, Darren, Angels and under. Curvin, maybe going super run line. Is that what that is, Curvin, or is that is that super run line? Does that mean Angels minus 2.5? I'm not kidding. I think that's what that means, right? And yeah, this definitely talking about that Giants. Oh yeah, good job, Mike. What about? Oh, I think he's back on that. Let me see. Is it this game or the where you talk about the Dodger game? Because let's see, the Angels went 4 innings in the bullpen yesterday, and the Tigers 3.1. Last 3 games, Detroit bullpen 8 1/3 innings. Last 3 games, Angels bullpen 10 1/3 innings. I got it all. I just I got it. I got all the stats here. I just don't want to bore you guys. All right. Hi, Andrew. Yeah, Tony and I, we just took last night off, if that's what you mean. I let Tony have some free time. I can't trouble him every night. I was watching UFC late. It was a good card. We were having some fun last night. Okay, I think that's it for you guys. I'll take the Angels. Let's keep it moving right now with the Twins and the Mariners here with Ryan going up against Castillo here. Two pitchers I think I would classify as doing pretty well right now. Uh, Ryan mostly. He's got back on the beam here. 3.12 ERA in his last 4 starts. Minnesota just 1-4 in the last 5 starts. Ryan's always had trouble here with the Twins. With the Mariners, he's got a 7.3 ERA and an 0-3 record in 3 career starts. Castillo's been struggling for sure with a 6.75 ERA in his last 4 starts, but Seattle's won his last 5 starts at home. So a little bit interesting there that Castillo was, pitching improving off of a little bit of a shaky start for him. They weren't really giving him a lot of run support. They're starting to give him the run support now, even though he's not pitching as well. So Seattle's lost 7 of 10. They've gone under in 7 of their last 8 at home. The Mariners, nearly a 70% win percentage at home this season right now for Seattle as we speak. So can Castillo kind of get back on the beam here against Ryan? The Twins, we know they're playing well, having won 11 of their last 16 games coming in. Let's see for you guys, anything. We've got over here, it looks like, for 209 Valley. Ziggy wants to go over as well. These putting these totals pretty low here, no doubt. Steam coming in right now on the Houston Astros, you guys, against the Mets today. If you're interested, at plus $1.25, and that total moving. That game moving quickly here to $1.20 or below. Houston is taking some pretty sharp money here at this point. Okay, Curvin going under. He'll take it under 6 in this one. Ray will go over. He also takes the Mariners, but Frankie comes in on the Twins. Law Dog got a little prop action here, it looks like, for us also. And I'm going to try to squeeze in here on the under in this one with these two pitchers. Here's 209 Valley taking the Twins. I'll try the under. It's going to be, it's going to be 7. I don't think there's any 7.5s out there. And, 7's probably the appropriate line. Probably just missed a premium here actually for me. And didn't think it was ever going to come higher than it did. So wasn't anticipating to make it a premium, but I think I still would prefer the under over the over here in this one. Andrew on the Twins. Law Dog. First 5. Okay. A couple more here. Athletics taking on the Diamondbacks in this one. We saw yesterday, of course, Oakland got shut out by Zach Gallen, so a pretty good effort, of course, by Hogan Harris too. But maybe if Zach Gallen gets on his game here a little bit, now you do have Brandon Pfaadt, so even though he's been a little bit better of late, and this season he's not quite Zach Gallen certainly. For Pfaadt, 3.86 ERA in his last 3 starts. Arizona's won 3 straight at home. The A's have lost 7 of their last 9. Medina here, 6.08 ERA in his last 5 starts coming in. Arizona has actually lost 5 of 7. We saw Oakland win the game here on Friday night. Diamondbacks have gone over in 11 of their last 14 games coming into this one. And we're just moving along here. Let's see what you got. Here is Rays going run line here and under. Thomas Lewis going Diamondbacks game to go over. Ziggy will lay the run line in this one. And I'm going to end up here, I believe. Let me see. I am on the Arizona Diamondbacks here. Pretty big number, I know, at this point, considering at $1.90 or so, but I'm going to lay them here on the run line today. Arizona is my pick with Blake, with Ziggy, with Ray, with Andrew. Law Dog likes the team total over. Picking on the A's, I kind of would rather try to find spots to support the A's. Feels like they can make us some money, but today I'm taking the run line with the Diamondbacks. All right, one more. Sunday Night Baseball. Rangers and Haney, Orioles and Irvin. Orioles have been kind of interesting here with Irvin of late for sure. For Irvin coming into this one, he's got a 10.68 ERA in his last 3 starts. So Cole Irvin isn't Jake Irvin at this point, the way it's going, but Baltimore still has won 4 straight coming in. Rangers have lost 6 straight. So if you can put it behind you a little bit, Haney's 0-3 in his last 4 starts with a 4.79 ERA, but the Rangers are just 3-12 with Haney on the mound. They've gone under in 9 of his last 11 starts, and of course the Rangers right now going under about 63% of their last 37 games here coming in. The Orioles have gone over in 11 of their last 16 games. In this one, what do you have? Sunday Night Baseball from Baltimore. Our B More crew here. Mike says, watch out. If Irvin's struggling, Texas might be able to get to him. Texas can get to anybody right now. Frankie's going over here in this one. Here's Ziggy with the Orioles on the money line. All right. And maybe let me see if that price has gone down a little bit. $1.47. It's still about $1.55. It feels like Doubles has a premium on the side, but he does like the under in this one. And Law Dog says he likes the game to go over, actually. The fact that the total has dipped to 9 definitely has me a little bit more interested, it feels like, on the over, quite frankly. So, all right. Uh, that's what I am going to do. I'm going up against doubles, I'm afraid, but he talked about the. I will say this: the sharps to me are all on the under here. I'm just going kind of against. I'm going with Law Dog. All right, that's going to do it here for a baseball. Let's get to some WNBA here on the Morning Steam Show. Gervin also came in there. And we'll take care of 3 games in the WNBA, starting with the Atlanta Dream. And they are taking on here the New York Liberty. And Liberty are favored here by 4. Oh, I think it's more than that, isn't it, by now? And this one, there we go. Yeah, it's up to 16 points in this one. Look, hey, Liberty's great. I don't think the Dream are getting quite enough respect. Yeah, might be some things that kind of point to the Liberty here. The line's gone up from 13 to 16. Uh, some of these teams are really playing tough to get these backdoor covers. Usually, uh, this one I can't recommend. I'm going to take the Dream uh, here for lack of a better analysis. I will tell you the Dream snapped their 3-game losing streak on Friday. They beat Connecticut 78-74. Connecticut's certainly one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the league. The Liberty have gone over in 5 straight. The Dream have gone over in 3 straight. Liberty come in here with a 3-game winning streak. In league play, they actually lost the Commissioner's Cup game. That game doesn't count in the standings, believe it or not. So they do have a 3-game winning streak in league play. Their last game was that Commissioner's Cup game that they lost to Minnesota. Liberty won the previous 2 meetings 96-75 and 78-61, covering the spread both times. Ryan Howard's still out. Ariel Powers is out for the Dream here for this one, but I'm still going to grab these points. I'm in this one at 16, just too many points for me to want to take the Liberty here, but I think I'm going to have a premium on the total if we can get off the air here and get the plays in. That was the other thing that's a little bit lacking. Hey, I want to welcome into the chat here 110 of you today. Great turnout here on a Sunday. Thank you for watching the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Here's Dream first quarter for Kervin, and Blake likes it, plus the points. Said Dog says, you know what, the Liberty, when they play bad teams, they kind of don't turn up a notch, and when they play good teams, they are playing good. Kervin says, give me the plus points, and Law Dog says, you taking the Dream? I'm taking the Dream at plus 4.5. All right, next up. At noon, it's the Fever taking on the Mercury. Well, reality is coming. For Caitlin Clark. That's what Diana Taurasi said when she was sitting there with Sue Bird in the championship game. Reality is coming for these rookies, and maybe it has for the most part. But, man, it looks like Caitlin Clark just keeps getting better every game. Now, you know what they told her? Shoot more. About time. What is wrong with this coach? Look, I don't want to be too critical, but remember when I was critical of Indiana for practicing their shots from just inside 3-point range? That didn't seem like a good. Now they're saying to Caitlin Clark, where, how many, if you watch the Fever and you're like, oh, you want her to shoot that? You want her to shoot the 30-footer sometimes. You really do. Because, you've seen it and it's gone in a little bit more here, it seems like, of late. And then she passes. She almost feels too selfish, too unselfish in a way. Like maybe there is so much pressure on a player that she feels compelled to pass just a little bit more than maybe she actually should. So maybe she's got the green light to shoot a little bit more. We'll see tonight. I'd rather give her that advice coming home, but Mercury have lost the last two meetings actually to the Fever. Both last year, they were both. This is their first meeting of the year. This one, I would figure, to be probably pretty high scoring. The Fever aren't going to stop anybody. The interesting thing about it is the widely reported steam. Let me make sure. I think it came in on the under. So I want to be, and again, I'm just reporting with the line service. So you don't even have to listen to what I'm saying when it comes to steam. Oh, no, it came in on the over. Okay. I got you here. No, it came in on the over, but I'd figure this one probably is going to be Phoenix. They're coming off a 92-78 win over LA. They've covered 6 of their last 7 for the Mercury. For the Fever, they're on the 4th game of this road trip here right now. They've lost 2 straight, including 89-77 at Seattle. So for me, I'm going to take the Mercury to roll here a little bit. I think this might be the spot to try to go against Clark here on the road. I'm on the Fever a little bit bandwagony in certain situations, but I don't think so today. I'm going to take the Mercury to win and cover in this one. Do you guys have anything today? In Fever and Mercury, all right. Hey, I want to say hello to Due to Game. Oh no, Due to Game Time is actually, I believe, just is Andrew. Due to Game Time is Andrew. I don't know if it's his burner or he just likes to, or someone just let me know. Actually, Andrew, if someone has stolen your avatar and made a fake name there, I'll get. I don't want to get rid of them if there's somebody doing something stupid like that. Okay, or if it's just you on, how you switch. I know I have it because I sometimes click in my secondary and then I'm using the same name. And sometimes I'm commenting in like gambling chat with like my, one of my channels. I never got started. I was going to be famous, was a fake news network. I was going to go on and do like, not shtick, but I was gonna give like fake news that had gone viral and like people were overreacting. I was like gonna do a whole channel. I was gonna bail on sports betting. No, I wasn't gonna bail on sports betting. I'm kidding, kinda. All right. Griner rebounds over. Here's Thomas Lewis on the Mercury with me. Hello to Rod. He loves a good Mercury. I had a oh God, I had a Mercury Capri. Rod was my first car, a Mercury Capri, 19. I want to say it was a 1979 Mercury Capri, and it was my first car. I actually had a Ford LTD, but I couldn't get it started, so that would have been ridiculous, anyways. Nobody wanted to drive that thing. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm going to say now I'm starting to maybe realize what's going on. Okay, here, Mercury should be a lock, says Law Dog. Thanks, Lamont. And I feel like this isn't even, hey, not my best effort today. I had some technical issues. Okay, give me the Mercury here on that one. Last game here. We got to go, man. We got to go. Rod, stick around. Maybe we can look at the CFL game real quick. Lynx and Sky here. Lynx on the road, 7-point favorite against the Sky. Lynx continue to be on a roll, and I'm probably going to take him here as my pick on the show. Maybe I'm going to go premium with the total. I'm thinking. Let me take a look here. Yeah, give me the Lynx plus this big number, man. I'm close. I would almost want to take him as a premium here in this one. The Lynx continue to be on a roll. Look, I love what this guy's doing. I'm still on Reese's basketball bandwagon, even though if she just put her phone down for a little bit. She's going for her 10th straight double-double. That would be a WNBA record if she could get it today. Of course, Sky lost at home, 95-83 on Thursday. They're 6-10, 6-10 against the spread. The one thing about the Lynx, for that great record, 14-4, 13-5 against the spread. When you see good teams covering numbers, that's a real great formula. Teams met on May 3rd, 92-81. Minnesota won, but Chicago did win 2 of 3 games last year. But man, Minnesota right now, and dare I say it, MVP candidate Nafisa Collier. Sure, Asia Wilson's awesome, and hey, if the Aces, just finish strong, I'm sure Asia can still be the MVP. She's a top point scorer, top rebounder, but right now Nafisa Collier looks like she's playing better than anybody in the league at this point. I'm going to take the Lynx here as my morning steam play. All right. Anything Lynx and Sky here? Right, Rod. I had that big boat, and I'm glad. I had to go in and say, "Hey, Mom, that $700 that I saved up for working at KFC to buy that big old Ford LTD. Well, LTD doesn't work. Can we try to get the money back and try to get a better car?" All right, Rod's on the Lynx here, and I didn't want to drive that thing. That was a pimp mobile. Ray says take the points at home with the Sky. All right. Hey, um maybe if Rod can just give me a hand here on this one on the chat. There's some things in the works. Maybe Rod and I can be CFL partners together. Here we go. Today, our one game, close one. Not a great one, but a close one with Hamilton and Ottawa. Rod, can Hamilton finally, please, somehow get it done here and get a win? It seems like handicappers so far that I've seen have been taking Hamilton here, but I wasn't feeling it. So I kind of want to take Ottawa. And Sincerely was in here, said take the Fever game to go over in this one. I'll see if Rod chimes in. I wasn't going to break it down too, obviously not even a great game here in the league, but maybe I'm looking at a little bit of personnel at least and trends, see if we can get something out of this one. I mean, it feels like a great matchup for Hamilton here. I know everybody's been critical of Bo Levi Mitchell, but maybe against Ottawa they could be okay. I still kind of want to take Ottawa. I mean, they do have a win after all, and I see some support in the chat there for Hamilton. I would imagine Bridges and Dunbar, if these guys can get on their game a little bit, Smith as well. And that's what Rod's saying here. Look, you got Bo Levi Mitchell, you've got Dunbar, you've got Bridges. I would imagine guys like White and Smith maybe can get loose for a score. That total, you see it there at 52. That's actually up a half a point. So for Ottawa, whatever their situation is at quarterback with Brown, I mean, we've got to see here. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hamilton owns Red Blacks, he says, in Ottawa, and they'll get it done today. Thank you, Rod, for that. Appreciate it. You've got some good information from him there. That'll get me off Ottawa here. I'll just preview the game with you guys, and I'm not saying that Rod's even on it. He just had the comments there that the offense will pick them apart. So not putting my man on the spot. You're probably already on record somewhere anyways as well. And quite frankly, again, some of my technical difficulties kind of prevented me from getting everything together on the show. Let me just run through these important soccer matches. I don't even have a graphic for them today, but I'll read them off here, and then I'll get out of here on the show, and I'll be better tomorrow, as a famous sportscaster across the street says. All right, here in soccer today, our big matches are in Euro, of course, Slovakia and England. Not going to trust England here against Slovakia to cover a goal and a half, are we? Now, Slovakia, it is minus $1.50 there in that one. And England maybe be able to strike. Maybe they'll give it up. I don't expect defense. Let me take over in this one, Slovakia and England. Also, Georgia and Spain. Man, hats off to Georgia. They've got high-priced talent. Georgia has some quality players on that team, and they're going to be getting 2 goals from Spain today. That's ridiculous. Give me Georgia. Yeah, maybe they can't score. Maybe they lose 2-0, but maybe they lose 1-0 here today. I've got to take Georgia. We've been we've done well with Georgia for sure so far. So I'm going to have to take 2 goals. Maybe I'll even buy another half a goal and lay some juice on it here in this one. Oh, thanks, Rod. He did like the under actually in that game. Man, Rod coming through for me here today. I've given some CFL picks, but just a little bit. And we don't have the product over here. I think you guys do. So Ray goes under in England, Slovakia with me. He also says sprinkle the draw in this one. And if anybody, just to let everybody know that Ray's not crazy. If it is a 90-minute draw, meaning 90 minutes plus added time, where they would play, the 90 minutes and the added time, not any extra added time or anything like that, just the 96 minutes in there, whatever it ends up being, a draw, and then they go on, to keep playing. Mike says Slovakia to score. Ray says give me the goals over in this one. So, all right. And due to game time also says Spain team total over. I don't know, which guy is which right now. So it looks like, oh, I see. That's what he meant. He said he switched to due to game time because there was too many in the chat. Gotcha, Duda. There were too many Andrews in the chat, so you switched to your other. So now I understand. Okay, didn't mean to say I was going to get rid of you or anything like that. It didn't want anybody copying you. Okay, Lazzy says, give me Venezuela over Jamaica today. This is in Copa action, and both of those games are at 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific. And Venezuela's been actually crushing. Awesome. They've been looking pretty good. I would agree with Lazzy. Let's go with Lazzy in this one here. Look at this, Mike says. Look at what Slovakia's done. And look at their schedule, too. But, certainly in this series, in the Euros here. Also, Ecuador and Mexico. Can Mexico do something at all tonight? Could Mexico win a game that basically they're a pick'em in this one tonight? They better. Lazzy says Spain over Georgia to win here. They're minus $5. So thanks, Rob. Appreciate you. Thanks, everybody, for joining me on the morning steam. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm going to put in my premiums right now for these early games. Apologize for that here. Feel happy that I'm back up and running. So, all right. Catch you tomorrow. More morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 a.m. Pacific. I promise. And be here early because we aren't going to be here too long with our Major League Baseball schedule tomorrow. I mean, what are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that? We're going to have to make up some games or something. We have some other sports too. So join me right here, Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Is there a makeup game they can put there?
can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV fuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.